Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all, and I was just wanting to chat with y'all. I'm coming at y'all back to back with the content. This is my ninth video for today, almost at my 10th video, but anyway, I was just wanting to chat with y'all. I got a question for y'all because during like 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, these are two artists that were like both in their primes during that time. One of them just released a new album, and a lot of people are having like a lot of negative things to say about their new album. But the one thing that these two artists done is that they started up their own labels. Yeah, they started up their own major labels. Both of them pretty much became CEOs of their labels. Like, they discovered artists, they signed artists. You know what I mean? Like both of them pretty much created an empire during 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. These were like two of the hottest record labels in the rap game. But I got a question for y'all. Young Money Entertainment versus Maybach Music Group. Which record label was more influential to hip hop back then? Like, which label do you feel is more influential to hip hop? My fellow my fellow Lil Wayne fans, my fellow Rick Ross fans, Young Money, Maybach Music Group fans, how do y'all feel? Because these are two artists that both of them had created an empire with both of their labels, and they signed artists. Lil Wayne, he signed to Drake, he signed to Nicki Minaj, he signed to Tyga. And that's the thing. Drake and Rick Ross, they've done a lot of stuff together. Lil Wayne and Rick Ross have done a lot of stuff together too. And just like with Rick Ross, he signed Wale, Meek Mill, he signed Gunplay, he signed Stally. But the artists that were mainly known on Maybach Music Group at the time was Wale and Meek Mill. And then just like with Young Money, Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Tyga, they were like the artists that were mostly known on Young Money. But yeah, which label was more influential to hip hop? Which label is more influential to hip hop? Young Money Entertainment versus Maybach Music Group. I'm gonna give you my answer like I do as always. Yeah, both of these labels, they were both like Lil Wayne and Rick Ross. They created an empire, but if you want to talk about which label was more influential to hip hop, I would probably say Young Money. But no disrespect to Maybach Music Group. Wale, yeah, like when it comes down to like Wale, no disrespect to Meek Mill. I love Meek Mill. Meek Mill is dope, but Wale is better than Meek Mill. And that's the thing, like Wale has done stuff with Nicki Minaj, and he's done stuff with Lil Wayne. Wale is also featured in the song Diced Pineapples by Rick Ross and Drake. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, yeah, Young Money was more influential to hip hop because that's the thing. DJ Khaled songs like I'm on One featuring Drake, Rick Ross, and Lil Wayne, and then just like the song No New Friends featuring Drake, Rick Ross, and Lil Wayne, like yeah, Young Money was really the shit back in like 2010, 2011, 2012. YMCMB, Young Money, Cash Money, Billionaires. But yeah, no disrespect to Maybach Music Group because Rick Ross, he created an empire too by signing Wale, Meek Mill, Stally, Gunplay. Maybach Music Group is still an empire to this day. Same thing with Young Money. If it wasn't for Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Tyga, they wouldn't be the artists that they are today. But Young Money was more influential to hip hop. And that's the thing about it too. Like Birdman, he was like involved in Drake's career, Nicki Minaj career, and Tyga career. You know what I mean? Drake is featured on songs by Birdman and Lil Wayne, songs like Money to Blow, songs like For My Town, and Nicki Minaj is also featured on songs with Birdman too, because that's the thing. Cash Money is Birdman's label, while Young Money is Lil Wayne's label. And then just like with Lil Wayne signing Drake, Drake formed his own label, OVO, October's very own. But yeah, Young Money was more influential to hip hop. But yeah, my fellow Lil Wayne fans, my fellow Rick Ross fans, let's chat. Let's have a discussion about this. Which label was more influential to hip hop? Young Money Entertainment versus Maybach Music Group. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.